Alright, what's up, everybody? Back with another edition of Everyday Hoops. Hope you guys are having a good one. Today, we're going to talk about Pascal Siakam potentially going to be traded pretty soon. Who knows? There's a lot of reports and rumors that Pascal could be on the move. Conflicting reports saying the Raptors want to keep him. And a lot of people saying, no, that's a lie. They want to trade him. And there's a lot of things going on. So I want to talk about the potential Pascal Siakam trade, some partners, why it maybe should happen and why it shouldn't. Who knows? But yeah, we're talking about all about that right here in this video. Thank you guys for the views on the videos and the shorts recently. We appreciate it. If you do the content around here, consider subscribing, like, turn notifications, all that stuff like that. I'd really appreciate it. We upside a lot. Looking at analytics, a little bit less than 1% of you that actually watch the videos are subscribed. So if you like the content, hit the subscribe button. It really means a whole lot. And yeah, I don't want to waste any more of your time. Let's get right into it. So, Pascal Siakam, the star of the Toronto Raptors, could potentially be on the move. There's been a lot of reports in the last few days saying that a potential Pascal trade could be incoming. And teams are calling about Pascal. There's even a report I saw a few days ago that said that they think Pascal could be traded before Damian Lillard and James Harden, which is crazy because James Harden and Damian Lillard actually have asked out and want out. But that's a whole other discussion. I don't even want to talk about that because that's a whole bag of in itself. But Pascal Siakam, a lot of people in the NBA world are expecting him to potentially be moved by next season. And Pascal is really good. I feel like a lot of people kind of downplay Pascal Siakam because he might not be the biggest name or have the coolest or greatest game visually or whatever. But like Pascal Siakam is very, very good. He's very good. Looking at last season, 2023, he potentially could have had his best season. I mean, he averaged career high in points, over 24 points per game. He averaged just under 8 rebounds, a career high 5.8 assists per game. He shot 48% of the field, taking the most amount of shots he ever took, 18.5. The three-point shot kind of dipped down, went from 34% in 2022 to 32% last season, and the free throw shot 77%, which is about average for him. Actually, what he averages for his career is 77%. So yeah, Pascal's a very good player. Pascal is a very good player. Obviously, he was an All-Star replacement last season as well. Could have probably made the original All-Star game, but the Raptors were like 12th, 13th in the East at that point. So at that point, unless you're going crazy, you're probably not making the All-Star team. But yeah, Pascal is very, very good, and I think if you put him on a team where he is the second or maybe even the third option on a team, he'll benefit. At this point, he's not a number one. We've seen that. He won a championship as a number two with Kawhi Leonard back in 2019. And so far as a number one, he can help your team to the playoffs like he has done the last few years and a few years with the Raptors. But, I mean, you could definitely tell he's not the number one on a championship team, which is okay. Because him as a number two, even potentially number three option on some days, is still very good because Pascal's a really good basketball player. And I think the Raptors probably should entertain trading him. I mean, looking at what the Raptors are right now, 2 years ago in 2022, they shocked a lot of people. They were the 5th seed in the East. They went to battle with the Philadelphia 76ers. The team as a whole was just looking really, really, really good. And then last year was the complete opposite. They struggled. A lot of their players took dips down. They finished as the 10th seed, just barely making the play, or the 9th seed, just making the play, and then they lost that first playing game at home to eventually drop down to the 10th seed. Yeah, Pascal was still good, but Scotty Barnes didn't have the same fire as he did in his rookie year and kind of had a little bit of a sophomore slump type season. Fred VanVleet, who's been kind of the backbone of the Raptors the last few years, is gone now. He's in Houston. Nick Nurse, who won a championship, brought a championship to this country for the first time ever. He's gone now. He's in Philly. And so, yeah, now it's just a very weird. Like, looking at the Raptors roster, it's not bad, but it's definitely, like, they're a playing team. Like, you got Pascal. OG's pretty good. Scotty Barnes, we'll see what he'll be like in year 3. Dennis Schroeder, I think, was a very solid signing. Grady Dick was a decent draft pick. But it's nothing that's like, wow, impressive. It's just kind of like, all right. Like, they probably could sneak in as an 8 seed in the playoffs, 7 seed in the playoffs, but that's probably their peak. Like, I can't see them even winning a series against a team like Boston or Milwaukee or even like Cleveland or even New York. I can't even see them beating the Knicks in a playoff series. So at this point, it's like, I don't know. Like I think Masai Ujiri should look at trading a lot of these guys and rebuilding this young team. You know, the Raptors don't have that it anymore. They don't have that punch that they had the last few seasons. And it just kind of looks like it's kind of dwindling down in Toronto, and it's going to look towards that way anyway. And also, a reason why Pascal should be on the move is Pascal Siakam is on the last year of his contract. He's getting paid about a little bit over 37, almost $38 million this year from his rookie extension that he signed a few years ago. And he's on the last year of his contract. And do you want to pay Pascal Siakam, the Raptors, Pascal Siakam, and also put into your mind that he's going to be 30 years old. By the end of this upcoming season, he'll be 30. And if you don't sign him to an extension now or during the season, you'll be negotiating him at 30 years old. And at 30 years old, he's still very, very good. But who knows when the decline is going to hit for Pascal? We don't really know. And also, with the way the NBA and the way his team looks right now, it's like, do we really want to pay a 30-year-old Pascal Siakam max money to lead our team to the 7th seed, to an 8th seed? Like, is that worth it? So, either we maybe give him the extension and say, you know what, Pascal, we love you here, just do it, and keep this mediocrity going like the Wizards. Or do we trade him now and get something decent for him? Like, you can get something decent for Pascal. He's on the last year of his contract, so you probably can't get the full big value. But, like, you can definitely get something solid for Pascal Siakam. You're not going to get lowball. You know, like, teams are definitely willing to give up a first-round pick, potentially 2, depending on the team, and a decent young player. That's the thing. The Raptors don't really have any decent young players besides Scotty Barnes. Well, who knows what he's going to be like in year 3. That, like, you can turn to and be like, all right, save us. Like, you have Scotty, and after that, it's like, all right, Grady Dick is solid, but is Grady Dick ever going to be an all-star? Maybe not. He'll be a really good role player, though. But I don't think he'll ever be an all-star-like level player. And then after that, it's like, we don't have any really young, like, all right, Ron Harper Jr. Like, we don't have anything else beside that. So at this point, it's like, why not trade Pascal, get a pick or 2, get some decent young players, and just let's start this thing over, man. Let's start this thing over. Like him, he can get some good value. Then you have OG Anunoby as well, which every team in the NBA will love to have OG Anunoby on their roster. So, I mean, you're going to get something good for him, obviously, as well. And then you got something decent going in Toronto. Let Scotty Barnes get the full thing, the full kind of keys to the team, and let's just roll it like that. And now looking at potential teams for Pascal, the Pacers are a team that's been talked about in the last few years. The Pacers are a serious contender for him. Pacers have been making moves throughout this offseason. They traded for Obi Toppin. They picked up Bruce Brown in free agency. They drafted Jarace Walker, Ben Shepherd. And the Pacers are looking like they're up and coming. Would I do the trade for Indiana? I don't know. Looking at the roster and the things they have, I think a trade probably will include a Buddy Hield, maybe Miles Turner. Unless you're trading away Obi Toppin again in this trade to Toronto. Because after that, you're going to have Pascal, Jarace, and and Obi. Like, where does Obi fit in that time? Well, you just traded got Obi for nothing now, because now he's going to be behind Pascal and Jarace, unless you put Joyce Walker at a different position. But how does that mess? Because you also have Tyrese, you have Ben Mathurin, you have, it's just a lot they have. So, if you're trading for Pascal, you probably have to give up something. You're going to have to give up something. Maybe Miles Turner, and you let Pascal play the 5. But then again, I don't know. Pascal's not really a 5. Pascal's a 4, obviously. Like, we tried the 5 in Toronto scenario. It wasn't the greatest thing to happen. So, yeah, like, what do we do there? Indiana's very interesting, though, because they are a young, up-and-coming team. They have a couple assets that could intrigue Toronto. And, yeah, but I don't think the Pacers should make a deal this big yet. I think they should wait a year, see how this young team meshes together. And then maybe in a year or 2, when they're really good, make a deal like this. The Hawks have been a team that's also been kind of in the mix. I think that's a very interesting destination as well. The Hawks are just in a very weird stuff of trying to be good while looking good, but they don't play good. Like, I don't know what the Hawks really are doing. They traded away John Collins finally. They have a little bit of money left over. They have some interesting young pieces as well. They have DeAndre Hunter, Bogdanovich to make the money work. They have guys like AJ Griffin, Jalen Johnson, potentially to trade for Pascal. So they have the young talent. Clint Capella could be a guy that also could be moved in that deal. It's just a fit. The fit would be very interesting with Trey and DeJounte too. Pascal's never really played with ball dominant. Well, he's played with Kyle Lowry and Fred VanVleet, but then again, they're not like take 20 shots a game type of guys. They're more of like, all right, we're gonna play in the system and stuff like that. Trey Young, DeJounte are like, I'm gonna go get my own, and then I'm gonna create for everyone else as well. And yeah, I don't know if Pascal will really fit because Pascal also needs the ball. Pascal's not a catch and shoot stretch four. Pascal needs the ball in his hands as well to kind of do his own thing. So I don't know about the fit in Atlanta, or maybe he goes to Atlanta and they build something nice for him and he can kind of relieve some pressure off Trey and DeJounte. I don't know, but I think it would be a very intriguing fit. It wouldn't be something I'll be mad at if I was Atlanta. Another maybe a little bit of a low key team that I think would be nice for Pascal, the Sacramento Kings. They're a team that I think could make a move like this because we saw how good they were last year. They're good again this year. Maybe if by the trade deadline, Pascal might be available. Sacramento, if I'm Sacramento, I might take a call, to kind of elevate this team to the next level. They have Harrison Barnes on a decent contract. They have Kevin Huerter. The money right there almost matches. Might have to throw in something else a little bit. You got Davion Mitchell, potentially. I don't know about the players for the Raptors, but good thing about them they have is they have their picks. They don't have the 2024 pick, but after that, 2025, 2026, 27, they have all those picks. So if they need to give up a first or maybe two firsts, they have it. And they're still young and not look like they're slowing down anytime soon. So maybe those picks don't even become anything crazy. But yeah, I think Pascal will kind of fit in that system. It kind of gives another look. Him and Sabonis in the paint, kind of diming people up and controlling things. Sabonis can find Pascal cutting, or Pascal can get the rebound and run the floor like Sabonis does now and find shooters out there, or Pascal get his own with De'Aaron Fox. Like, I think it'll be very interesting. The fit there, it'll be intriguing to watch. I think it could be a move that would elevate the Kings to another level. But after that, it gets very tricky because of all the how teams look right now and the way styles are and stuff. Pascal's not a super easy guy to just put him on a team and like, all right, go ahead. Like, he definitely kind of needs the ball in his hands a little bit and needs a little bit of certain things. But, I mean, at the end of the day, Pascal's a really good player. He's an all-star-like player. And he's really good. And I think any team that can get him, it can elevate. If a Kings or a Pacers or a Hawks can get him, I think he can elevate their team. So, yeah, very, very intrigued to see how this Pascal Siakam thing kind of goes down. Like, if he does get traded, maybe soon, very soon, maybe before training camp or before the season, or if it's something that builds and we go to the trade deadline and it's like, okay, Raptors are like the 12th seed again, the 11th seed, and it's like, all right, it's not working out. Pascal's in the last year of his deal. Let's just get something back for him. But yeah, I'm gonna definitely keep an eye on it. Not a crazy big eye because you have Dame and James Harden and all that other stuff going on. But Pascal, it's a situation I'm gonna keep my eye on a little bit. See what goes down in Toronto. But yeah, that's it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed. Once again, if you enjoyed the content around here, consider subscribing, like, turn notifications, do all stuff like that. I'd really appreciate it. Maybe I've said a lot, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.